Like if he does not progress it, he's not that into you.
But
check out the phrase. He's just not that into you.
Okay, this is from, well, we'll call her Sandra, age 22. Okay. I met a guy through Tinder while I was traveling in another state. I liked him a bit and he liked me, so we kept contact over DMs. We've been talking like that for months now, but he hasn't made any move. I stalk his stories and know his morning routines. I'd travel again to that state next week, so should I try to accidentally bump into him and try to progress things in person? I know he likes me, but I think he's shy. What do you think?
Oh, girl. You know his daily routines? You bumped into him in another state that you were both in?
I mean, she said, she said she's going to travel there.
What are you, Joe Goldberg?
Question. How does she know he likes her?
I mean,
sounds like she's stalking him.
She's stalking him.
No, it's
maybe
just,
she's assuming. Maybe he told her. Maybe he said, "I like you."
But I think he's just shy.
Yeah, but I mean.
So if she knows he likes her already, why would he be shy?
Ooh, so and that's a T. That's a T right there.
You're saying that he told her. If he told her, he wouldn't be shy.
Well, I think that she's thinking he's too shy to make a further move.
So she's trying to make the first move?
I don't know. Maybe he didn't tell her. Maybe she's getting vibes that he likes her.
I'm going to be a little bit controversial. I don't think no guy is shy with the girl that he likes. I think if you really like someone, you are able to get over your fear and actually make the move.
Really?
So you think that some guys...
I know I have been a little bit timid.
But you still made the move. You still made the move.
No. Yeah, but I'd still make the move eventually. But I had friends also that have been timid, and I was the guy that would kind of like break the ice for them. So I know guys that have been shy.
That is the most cappest thing I've ever heard, Shlomo. I'm sorry. Guys are actually the most shy.
Really?
They actually are the reason why they don't make the first move these days anymore. And I'm serious. Like.
So what? Should a woman make the first move now?
Basically.
What?
Crazy.
I think a woman could make the first lead, but a man can now lead the way through. Now that.
Shiloh, be so for real. Mm-hmm. Are you saying that you would actually be very interested in a woman that made the first move on you?
Yes.
Long term.
100%.
100%.
100%.
I think you're saying that.
I think
but
it's
I don't
possible.
Think I think it's possible.
Wait.
It's not like it's impossible.
Wait. Okay, maybe I'm misunderstanding this. What do you mean?
I think it's possible for a woman to make the first move and it gains a guy's attention. That's happened to me before.
Exactly.
Where a girl has made the first move and it gained my attention.
Exactly.
However,
don't pursue.
If she continues to always be making the first move, then I lose interest really quickly.
Well, no, I didn't mean that. No. There's a reason why it's called making the first move, not like yes.
Okay.
No.
I think actually this actually works well because I feel like that if you don't insinuate like, oh, I like you, then they'd be like, how would they ever know? Like for instance, you can compliment someone, and if the compliment seems, a little bit flirty, a little bit like, oh, genuinely interested in a person, I feel like that takes a person to be like,
a lot of guys don't like when a woman is not clear that at least she's lets him know she likes him.
Yeah.
Right, because there's so many.
Just like have added, I don't know.
There's so many girls that friend zone people, right?
Right, they want it to be clear.
Right.
So they want it to be a little bit clear. So, okay, this happened to me. There was a girl that made the first move, and it was clear that she liked me. It wasn't like friend zone. It was like flirty. It was like sort of like checking me out. And then she just dipped. Like, it was just like...
Yeah.
Why?
I didn't even know who this was. I don't know who you're talking about.
Why?
I mean, after the podcast.
Yeah, I'll tell you who it is afterwards. But she just kind of, I don't know why. I think that was just her game. I think she understood the assignment. See, what women don't understand is that we internally need to have a chase. We need to feel as though we're going after something and we need a little bit of attention. She provided me just enough because I didn't even recognize her. I was around her. I was working around her. I didn't really see her. She was kind of invisible. She made herself visible in a way that said, hey, I could like you. And then all of a sudden, I was like, oh, okay. I didn't even recognize you.
So do you think that this person should make themselves known, like go there, make themselves known to the guy?
No, but she's already known. Like they know each other already.
They already know.
So now it's time for him to chase her. That's my point.
Yeah.
Because then I've had girls that have come to me and have made themselves known that, hey, you know, I like you.
Yeah.
And then guess what? They just kept on pursuing me.
He may not be into you, but Savonics products sure are. Treat yourself kindly with all the positive attributes that you're looking for in our body scrubs, body oil, body butters, hair oils, and more. Available at Savonics.com.
First of all, let's address the elephant in the room.
Why?
Who bumped into each other in which state? Did she bump into him in his home state?
No, she's saying
she
went
wants
on
to travel to him.
She met him when she traveled to that state before on Tinder. She met him on Tinder, and I think they did a date, and they met on Tinder. She wants to travel again there and bump into him again, and bump into him randomly and be like, "Hey, I'm here."
Well, how you
So
gonna
they haven't
bump
already
into
bumped
you
into each other?
randomly?
Wait, what?
They've already met once.
They
She
had
wants
an
to meet him
organized.
again.
They
How
had
did
an
they meet?
organized date.
On Tinder. It said
It was
that,
a date that
hold
they
on.
were on.
She said, "I met a guy through Tinder while traveling in another state." So they had a Tinder date.
Then
They met up.
I liked him a bit, and he liked me.
And
So we kept contact over DMs. We've been talking like that for months. He hasn't made any moves.
Basically, she wants to stalk him.
She wants to meet him again in person and progress things in person.
and then accidentally bumped him, and then in
Yeah,
his
because-
home state.
Yes,
Yes, because she sees his stories.
Yes.
That's
She has a
creepy.
Accidentally.
She has a parasocial relationship with him.
Why would
honestly.
she go to his home? Okay, go there with the intent to meet him. Because if you're
So
like,
wait, so you're saying she should still go there?
That's the second move now.
guys, here's the thing.
She should
Have you
travel to
seen-
him?
Have you seen those videos where like you see like a long distance person meeting up at someone's door?
But
and
that's the people that have communicated that they're in a long distance relationship. She's saying that they've just been talking. They have not said that they're dating or anything.
No.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This is not a long distance thing.
You know, this is
She wants
interesting to
progress
me.
things.
This is interesting to me because this is not her home state. So this would be the second time that she's traveling to him.
Technically, but I mean, we don't
Or
know.
was she just in the city?
I think she was
She might have
probably
just
in
been
the
in the
city,
city.
and
Okay,
did a
got it.
date.
Tinder, I think Tinder does that in the same perimeter.
Yeah, if you set your Tinder thing
Yeah.
to whatever city you're in, she
In the
probably
same
did
city.
that. She probably was there for another reason.
But I have a question though. Like, how does she actually know that he likes her? Like,
the thing.
has it been told verbally? Is it just
You know, I don't know. She didn't specify.
I don't know. Like he
There's a lot of assumptions that
Right.
she's making here, and again,
Unless he said I like.
it's- yeah.
But even if he said I like you,
It seems pretty
he
one-sided.
hasn't done anything else.
Okay,
right?
did she share with us how long it's been since the date?
She said months. That's all she said.
Oh
She's
my
like,
goodness,
my
girl,
goodness.
move on.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
Move
so
on.
sorry, girl.
It's been months and she
That's
does
it.
not. Are they talking? Did they?
She said that they've been talking through DMs for months. That's what she said.
Well, pack your bags. You're
Through
done with
DMs.
the relationship.
Yeah, she said that. She said, I liked him a bit and he liked me, so we kept contact over DMs. We've been talking like that for months now, but he hasn't made any move. I stalk his stories and know his morning routines. I travel again to that state next week, so should I try to accidentally bump into him and try to progress things in person? I know he likes me, but I think he's shy.
I'm interested
just
to
gonna-
find out what progression is she thinking, because they're talking now and they're talking for months, and as they're talking, she's getting the vibe that he likes her and she likes him. So what is she trying to progress?
Exactly. Like, what is
She's
her
anxious
goal
for
here?
a title, probably.
Wow.
Anxious for another, like a date.
Or
You
another
know?
date. Or for him to just like
Yeah.
come out to see
Like,
her,
she
maybe.
meant that
Exactly.
Maybe she was
love.
expecting him to come out to see her, and she's like, you know what? Maybe I'll just see him again when I travel there.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. I think women need to allow themselves to be chased. Like, be the prize, allow yourself to be chased, because it's just not going to long term feel good for a woman, because you can't like progress and push a relationship and then somewhere in the relationship now be like, okay, now it's your turn. You set the standard, you set the way that's the tone of the relationship. So if you start from day one being the one who's being chased, and the thing is, like, it's not where you're being rude, it's not where you're being standoffish or wishy-washy, but you're not just, just being so available all the time. You're not just allowing yourself to just allowing it to be too easy in every way. And we're not just talking about like physical. We're talking about even just emotional. We're talking about things you do, things you say on the phone, just so many things. Like she said, she knows all of his morning routines. She's stalking his stories. Like we all know who sees our stories if we go in there. True. So it's like he sees all of it.
I don't think that we have enough information because we didn't hear whether she's texting him first and he's responding to her,
I mean,
or whether
we could almost assume she's even driving the conversation.
Probably.
Because
it is different if he's texting her and he's kind of driving this friendship. If he's driving the friendship by texting her, she should just wait for him to take to the next level.
Move. But if she's driving that, she could be just anxious.
Guys, back in the 90s, the first time I saw it was when I was watching Oprah. There was a book called He's Just Not That Into You. Mm-hmm. And then they made it into a movie later. And that one almost, if we had the internet back then, it would have broken the internet. But really, it broke like daytime TV because women were just like, their eyes were opened. And basically, it was a guy who wrote a book that basically said, if he doesn't call you back after your date, he's just not that into you. If he doesn't say happy birthday or something, he's just not that into you.
Whoa.
If he doesn't, he was just listing like a bunch of things. Like if he does not progress it, he's not that into you.
Wow.
But check out the phrase. He's just not that into you.
That means that he can be into you, but he's not that into you.
He's not that into you. But what men don't realize is that keeps women hanging on.
Wow.
He's into you for a reason, but it may not be for the same reason that you're into him. It may not be for the expectations that you have. So let's, for example, Love is Blind.
Yeah.
The big story was AD and
Clay.
Yeah.
Clay and AD. Okay, that was a big story.
Ew.
Clearly, Clay was
body.
into.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Clearly, Clay was into her.
Right.
Now, her assessment needs to be, okay, this guy's into me, but the question is how is he into me?
Yeah.
Is he into me based on what I'm into? I'm here to get married.
Right.
He made it absolutely clear to her that he wants to know how she looks.
Right.
That is beside the whole point of the show.
He was also saying, what if we just dated off the show, not necessarily get married? And she was saying she wanted to be there to do the whole experiment.
Right.
He wasn't really for that.
And then he had like a moment of clarity where he was like, remember right after the wedding, he was like, I don't know her financial situation and all sorts of stuff.
He was
like,
saying,
of course they did.
Let's fill them in because he didn't end up marrying her. He ended up dropping her at the altar and then gave an excuse.
And now he's dating someone else.
He's dating someone else now?
I don't think they're dating.
No, they're not.
That was just a hookup.
Wait. What season is this?
The
last one.
The most recent season.
You think that could be spoilers or no?
No. This is
Over
done
in
now.
February.
Now it's finished. Like the show is finished.
Yeah, for a long
But here's the thing. He let her know right off the front, listen, I will be into you. And he's being honest. Shiloh, back me up.
Okay.
I will be into you if I'm attracted to you.
That's basically what
he said. If I'm attracted to you, it's on.
But he was attracted to her to a
But
point.
how was he? He was not that.
You know what else it reminds me of? The other couple. The one that said she looked like Megan Fox.
Oh, yeah.
Is the difference
Jimmy and I forgot what her name was. But
it's the difference of someone thinking that you're good looking and then like actually like is like attracted to you.
Yeah, he could acknowledge that she was good looking, but for his personal taste, he was like, that's not my type.
Yeah.
You could be attracted to a person. Like you could look at them and be like, wow. At the altar, he said, yo, body. So what he's basically saying is I am attracted to your body.
So he didn't like her personality?
No. See, you're talking like a girl now. Like you're thinking like a girl. Like because girls are talking about person. Guys, when we say he was in the pods getting to know her personality, he's saying if I'm not attracted to you in the overall package. See, clearly he likes her body, but
like
everything else.
Or maybe not like her.
So something else. Maybe her face he did not like.
Wait,
maybe
who are we talking about?
Maybe certain
Which
features.
woman?
Clay and AD.
Clay and AD.
Maybe he did not like.
You'll have to look it up after.
Maybe he did not like her facial features. Maybe he did not like her complexion. Maybe he did not like certain things about her. Maybe her hair. Maybe she wore too much makeup. Whatever the case may be, there was something that he did not like, but he did like her body because he was willing to have sex. He was willing to be physical with her, but he did not want to marry her because he told her in advance, and she didn't believe him, that if I am not attracted to you in a certain way, I'm not marrying you.
Yeah.
And guess what he did? He didn't marry her.
Exactly.
Wow.
I mean, guys are pretty clear. It's just that I'm not sure if we speak the same language. We're speaking different language. Like you're like, oh, so he didn't like her personality. Like that's a female language.
Right.
Calling us out. Calling us females out.
It's not really calling out. It's just
that we literally speak different languages.
different languages.
Agreed.
There's a saying that went around TikTok that I kept on seeing. It goes, believe men what they show you the first time. And I was wondering if you guys
I feel like that's a variation.
That's for everyone.
On basically, what is it? Maya Angelou used to say it like, believe people when they show you who they are.
Believe people when
You
they,
know?
That goes for everybody, to be honest.
Women too.
Yeah, but women, what happens is we can get really desperate and we'll cling on to any little thing.
Yeah.
And then we'll make it much bigger in our heads. And like, it's very hard to wake someone up from that. Like if you've had a friend or a family member who is in that, it is so hard to get them to see what you see
And
as someone who's not caught
they
up.
don't really realize it until after they either break up or years later, because it's like a fog they're in.
And should you just so let's just say that woman Sandra is your friend or your sister or your cousin or something. Should we just let her
Stalk the guy?
Not just let her go because it's so hard. I'm telling you, it's so hard to get through to people.
Joe Goldberg?
Or would you? It's a lot of energy. I found that it's a lot of energy wasted. Like people kind of have to learn on their own.
I think she's young, and a 22-year-old needs to learn on their own. You can just say so much. You don't want to talk too much. Say it, and then hopefully they get it. But most of us,
Also,
how many of us got it? How much of us got it at that age?
Also, the probability of her bumping into him is probably so. Like I know.
No,
she's
what
like,
if she stalked him so much that she?
Then I would
actually
say
knows
she
where
has
he
a
works?
problem more like in her brain. Like, why are you stalking him?
But it's not just that. I just think it's just more her personality, like stalking on, just like trying to hope for something that's not really there. And that includes stalking on social media.
Okay, so is this
goes on in real
traditional
life.
stalking? Or are we just kind of like throwing out the word stalking as like a filler?
That's
Because is this like baby reindeer stalking or
Well,
like?
I don't think so.
No, but I think that you can let it get to that point though if you get obsessive. Like if she's going out there, bumps into him, right? Let's just say she bumps into him. And then he's like, hey, whatever. And then he's like, okay, yeah, no, I'm just going to go on. I'm busy this weekend, whatever. But, I hope you have a great travel, great trip, whatever. And she's like devastated and just follows him out of there. Now she follows him home. Now she follows him, whatever. And like, why is he busy? Whatever. I don't know.
Okay, I feel like there's like levels to stalking. And I feel like that I don't think necessarily this is like baby reindeer because she would have done it already. Because I feel like it's more so like, months. Oh, what if the possibilities if I do this? What if I do that? It's
she's
crazy
just
talk.
being impatient.
Yeah.
She's just all like saying, okay, we've talked enough. This is our moment. Like
I want y'all to be so for real right now. If she's following him to his homestay and bumping into him, meeting him at a place that he's going to, that's stalking.
So you think that's baby reindeer? Did you see baby reindeer?
Switch the genders around.
That's
if a guy
true.
that's a girl.
That's true. That's
Wait,
true.
this changes
Yep.
everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. I agree.
So-
That's like she's scared. She's calling
She's like,
the cops.
whoa,
She's telling
you
her
know my
girls.
routine?
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually scary.
Yeah, she revealed
But guys
a lot.
don't do that though, unless it is a
stalking
baby
situation.
reindeer syndrome type kind of.
baby
So
reindeer?
what do you do when women get to that desperation? Like, what do you tell someone who's just like, oh, they want something and they feel like this is the only thing that they can get?
Honestly,
you
like
let them
I said,
find out.
I've had friends. I've dealt with this. And I've also been in like a situation where, like you just don't see it. You just don't see it. You're just really caught up.
If we're talking about someone who was in their mid 30s, probably like early 40s, then I would say, okay, whoa, like there's a problem. But I think when you're talking about a young person who is in their late teens to even early 20s, I think that you're still in that stage where you're learning about life.
It doesn't matter.
And so, no, I'm not saying that you should do it. I'm just saying that you have to now say as a parent, or you have to now say as a friend, it's like, you know what, girl, learn on your own, girl. Like,
She gotta learn her own.
Right,
She has to make
yeah.
her own mistake.
and then they'll learn.
Are you serious?
They will learn through the experience. So what I'm saying is
you
that
tell a guy to learn on his own when he goes to the
you give
no,
the
what I'm
initial
saying
advice.
is that you give the initial advice, right?
Gets all the gas to go to this girl.
What are you gonna do? Restrain someone?
You cannot
You're gonna
stop.
hold him back? You're
Right,
gonna lock him
yeah,
in his
you can't.
house?
What
Call
you do
the
is
police.
you
Call the
Y'all, we're jumping all the way to stalking. Let's just do level base. This is her thinking about it. Think like, oh, is this a
That
good
she shouldn't
idea?
do it
If you
yet.
have to question it, then don't do it. I'm sorry. Because that's your conscience telling
Okay,
you.
yeah, let's deal with the basic
what you're
thing.
saying, what you're thinking is possibly not a good
Let's deal with the
decision.
basic thing, which is she wants to progress things and not let him progress things. You
Right,
know?
that's
Exactly.
basic. That's kind of like the basic thing that we're
Exactly.
trying to get at. Like, don't progress things. Let him. Who agrees with that at least? Like,
I
who
do.
agrees
I
that
agree
a
with
man
that.
needs to progress things and not a woman?
And I also feel that if a man wants to progress it, even if he's a shy person,
He'll do it.
I believe he'll do it. If he's really motivated, he'll do it. Like, he'll find a way to do it. He'll just do it in a
I
shyer
also want
way.
to know how many months too.
Yeah.
Like when she's saying months, is she talking 2, 3? Is she talking 6 to 8?
Well, let's
like,
just
'cause
say
if it's
6
like
for now.
3 months, that's kind of quick,
Let's
in
just
my
say
opinion.
6
I don't know.
Let's just say 6 months for now. How would you go about that?
Oh, he's not that interested.
Yeah,
Just period.
6
Yeah,
months
yeah.
is
He's
too
just
long.
not that
Yeah.
interested. But the thing is, us girls, what we say to each other, and women too, girl, you know what? He's just shy. You know what? He does. He doesn't know what to say.
And then the
You know?
conversation starts building
And
to the
then-
fact that the guy wants to marry you, really,
Right.
but you know.
And then we do that to make the person feel better. But then now when they're like, you know what? You're right. I should go now to that state. I should go to his house. Now we're like, no, don't do that. So we gotta like really
Be more
learn
real.
how to like
Be more
just
real.
exactly be real with each other, and
You know-
so that we can avoid that.
But you know what? We're not even like thinking about other scenarios. Like, for instance, he could be married. Like, this could be a burner phone that he or a account,
Whoa, 'cause
a
she-
hidden account.
Oh,
Whoa.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
So
Some people do that. Some people go on Tinder. They go on a random date. You know what I mean? And then
They just want to feel good in the DMs.
Right. He could
And
have
you
another
actually-
relationship. He could just have a
and,
girl.
And I actually think that's a really good point, because I think that there's a lot of people recently that do want that attention. That's only what they want. They just want that attention.
Yeah.
And what do you call it? I think, I don't even know if it's the same thing, but sometimes they call it like love bombing or whatever. Like, they give you all this attention and then they kind of withdraw.
Yeah.
And
That's
a
called
lot of
leading them on.
well, it is leading them on,
Yeah.
but it is a scenario now where, like never before, we can talk to so many people all at once. So, you can have like several relationships going.
Yeah.
Some just emotional, some, in person. But
let's rule out the cheating thing, because if you have a burner account and you're showing where you are and everything, that's not a burner account. A burner account you wouldn't post on your story. A burner account
mean
you
a
wouldn't
Finsta?
even post anything.
True. I
right?
can see that.
Or a
burner-
burner phone that he's
Yeah.
communicating with. Or,
Yeah, you wouldn't use a burner phone or a burner account to just post something for social media. You only use it to connect with people or communicate with them. So we can rule that one out.
Wow, you sound like an expert in burner phones.
Whoa.
I know, right?
What's going on, Shiloh?
Goodness, do you have a burner phone?
Shiloh, you have a phone. We have a.
I just watch a lot of Reddit stories. Trust
Okay,
me.
okay, got you,
Alright,
got
alright.
you.
I was getting
Okay, so general
suspicious.
consensus here is girl no.
basically, be so for real.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, it's not. And there's several reasons. We said the person could be married. They're just simply not interested in. I mean,
Let him take the lead. He could actually want to progress things, but maybe he's waiting a while or
Waiting for what?
Well, but I would say
shy.
this:
And I hope-
if he's taking a long time and you're impatient, I would just
I'll
don't
let it go.
If he's taking his time, he's just not that into you, and you gotta let it go because there's other options for you. He's not the
Amen.
only option.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
well, I'm glad that we clarified the myth also that guys do get shy. Like there is it just means that
Yeah.
you cannot just allow the culture to shift now, where all of a sudden women now have to accommodate for a shy guy. He just has to learn. I remember when I was a teenager, like one of the things that I noticed that some of my friends or I would do is like, if we're a little bit scared or timid, we'd like do a countdown, like, okay, 10, 9, 8. And when you get to 1, like you had to go do it. And then sometimes you'd have to start the countdown over.
I've heard about
and then
that.
Sometimes you never talk to them. You just keep on counting. So,
like,
guys do get shy.
But we're not gonna physically hurt you.
Yeah, but rejection.
Yeah, but rejection.
Guys do not want to be rejected.
Yeah.
But let's not lose sight. Like, they have been talking. I think he knows she's interested. She's stalking the stories, so he might see that if he's checking. And on top of it, like, the reality is that he doesn't want to progress it. Like, it's been however long. Like,
Right.
he had ample opportunity.
I'm sorry, but it sometimes takes guys like a year or two to like really admit something. I've seen it happen before, and then they get shocked when the girl doesn't want them anymore.
No, I don't.
I'm
believe
serious.
That.
I'm serious.
If they're talking at a level where they're actually talking, I could see a year where they're not talking and it's not. But
it sounds like they're still friends.
They're still friends.
It sounds like that.
Yeah. My
That's
suspect-
friend zone.
I feel like the suspect, that the feeling that I have inside my spirit with this particular guy is that he's just not that into her. He's into her,
I think-
but he's just not that into her.
All right, guys, what do you think? Let us know.